What's up, everyone? All right, so here we are, the 10th consecutive green day, up $1,300, trading in both my main account and my IRA account. Now, we're still in kind of a base hit type of market. These aren't home run trades. I had 4 trades, 4 winners, and totaled just under $1,400. So that's a good day. I'm happy with that, but it is below my $2,000 daily target and daily goal. So that's just kind of the market we're in right now, but I'm just totally content with taking these base hits because these help build a cushion. And it's always better to have these base hits than to be trying to really swing big for a home run when it's not the type of market to try to do that. If I do that, I'm just gonna lose money. So right now, base hits is the way to go. Enjoy the recap. As usual, any questions, any comments, leave them below and we'll come back through and answer them later today. All right, enjoy. All right, everyone. So we're gonna break down the trades from today. This is the 5th trading day of 2019. I didn't end up trading yesterday, so it's my fourth trading day, but I do count yesterday as a trading day because I came in, I was watching the market. I just didn't end up taking any trades. So 5th day of 2019, finishing the morning up $1,382.02, trading in my IRA account right here. The account was at $29,000 this morning, and I made $795. So some good progress there. I also traded in my main account right here, which is going to be familiar to you guys, up $586.22. So, today's not a day where, again, I hit any home runs, but I had a couple of base hits, and those add up. So $1,300 green day, and this is actually my 10th consecutive green day, which is really pretty nice. So continuing the green streak that started just before Christmas time. So I am working with Lightspeed to get set up with settlement margin. You can see right here, it shows my remaining buying power is only $2,800. So once I have settlement margin turned on, it doesn't matter how much I trade, my buying power is gonna stay at exactly $28,000. So I'll be able to go ahead and take, trade after trade after trade after trade, which is obviously what I want to be able to do. TMDI halted. Let me look at that. Wow. Okay, so from 220 all the way up to 340. I don't see a halt there, but that's a big move. Now, note that this is tapping the 200 exponential moving average right here. So it's hitting that resistance point. I don't know where this one came from. 20 million share float, but a nice 50% squeeze there. That's nice to see. So anyways, this morning started the same as any other day. It starts with going over our gap scanner right here. This is the tool that we use to try to find stocks that have the potential to make a 20 to 30% move. So the problem this morning was that kind of like yesterday, there wasn't a lot on here that looked really good. Leading gapper, not enough volume, too expensive, not enough volume. CTXR we did look at and we did trade. Tops we'll look at, not good, not enough volume, too cheap, too expensive, too expensive, too cheap, not enough volume, and then no. All right, so this right here is giving us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible stocks to trade based on the pre-market watch list. All right, so the first one was CTXR. Now CTXR, I really wasn't sure about it because pre-market, it made this big move all the way up to $2.50, and then it came all the way back down to $1.50. So I basically said, I'm not interested in it. Now, I did end up trading it, and I'll talk about why I traded it, but pre-market, I wasn't interested in buying it for a gap and go stock. The bell rings, first 15 minutes, it ends up being pretty much sideways. However, there's something that is called the opening range breakout. The high is $1.50, the low is $1.42, and as it broke the top of the opening range, look at that, it squeezed all the way up to $1.79. So that was a really nice opening range breakout that gave way to a 20% move. That's 20% just in that one 5-minute candle. So on this one, I wasn't watching it, and then all of a sudden it started to pop up. Someone called it out. I took a look, and I was like, yep, this looks good. So on this one, I took the trade in my IRA account. All right, so put the IRA account up here. So let's go to CTXR. All right, so CTXR is right here. Let me switch this to a 1-minute chart. There we go. All right, so CTXR, we're watching as it starts to squeeze up. You can see right here, all of a sudden it pops up, it goes higher. This was up to $1.60. I jumped in it at $1.58. I only took 6,000 shares. I didn't really take a lot of size. It pops up to 69.70. There was I want to say a 40,000 share seller at 73. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and, sell half of this. So I sold half at 69, a little more at 70, the rest at 63. And it ends up going all the way up to a high of, let's see, the high of this candle was $1.79. You can see right up here, it shows you the high and the low. So that was $1.79 on the high, which was, a pretty impressive move. I mean, really, I didn't expect it to go that high. But then, man, it rolled over, sold off, didn't hold that level. So on that one, I made $585. Not bad with 6,000 shares. A good little scalp. So that was CTXR. It wasn't the first trade I took. It was actually one of the last ones. But a little scalp there on this breakout, didn't hold that level. The thing with this pattern is that I've seen a couple times where these do squeeze all the way back up to the highs. So it is something to kind of keep an eye on because there's definitely some potential there. This just didn't end up doing it. Okay, so next one down, that was CTXR. Next one down was TOPS. TOPS, I've traded this one a bunch of times. It's really, the shipping sector is not easy, and I just generally wasn't interested in it, so I ended up leaving it alone. GLBS is also in the shipping sector. I left that one alone as well. It popped up a couple times, but just ended up fading. It is a former runner. It has a history of making big moves, but I still just wasn't that interested. So left that one alone. So we got CTXR, TOPS, no, AXSM. This was actually my first trade right out of the gates, and I almost lost $1,000 on it. I jumped into it thinking that it would give us a little red to green scalp. So you can see right here, I got in right here. It pops up to 20 and then sells off down here. So on this one, I took this one in my main account, got in at 810 and 812, 6,000 shares, sold at 814, and sold the rest at 812, 813, and 811. I only made $68, and then it ends up doing what I thought it was going to do and going all the way up to 870. I was just a little early. It dropped down and then came back up, and I was out. So that's a little disappointing, but green is good. So $70, that was my first trade. Second trade of the day in this account was on RHE. Let me bring this down, or I'll have to move this up a little bit. So RHE I actually took first in my IRA. This one we've traded a couple times as well. Last week, I think it was last week, we had this move. It had a reverse split and it squeezed up here at about $2, pulled back, and then today it starts squeezing up. I jumped in it a little aggressively at 83. Pretty much as it was moving up, I looked at it and thought $2 target. This thing's got the potential to go to $2. It pops to 80, it pulls back for a second, and that's where I jumped in. In at 83, it hits a high of 98, and at 98, there was a 40,000 share seller. So I was like, all right, well, this person's putting kind of a ceiling on this stock right now, and I ended up selling it through here. Well, it ends up breaking over that seller of 40,000 shares and going all the way up to a high of 25 right here. So my first trade was in here, out here for $200 in my IRA. So I've got $210 on it right there. So in it, out at 93, in at 80, 85, and 85. So a little aggressive there. And I thought it was gonna break $2 right away, but then we had that big seller. Then it pops up to 25 without me, it pulls back, but I'm watching it consolidate right here. And I jumped back in, this time in my main account, because I'd run out of buying, was almost running out of buying power in my IRA. And I got in this one, 9,000 shares at 17, 20, and 20, selling at 29, some at 20 as a scalp. That wasn't really a good sell, but whatever. 29, 25, and 22, and I made 517 bucks in my main account. So, you know, kind of dealing with not a lot of buying power in my IRA. Settlement margin doesn't seem to be turned on quite yet, but you know, was able to scalp this, got a pop there up to a high of 30, didn't hold, came back down, but that's okay. It was still a little breakout and an opportunity for a quick trade. So, you know, that was it. Took a total of, well, I don't know, five or six trades, but all winners. So that's good. That's definitely what I like to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess 4 trades there, which is pretty good. So green is good. You know, that's kind of the goal right now. This is definitely still a base hit market. Taking those base hits when I can get them. I'm not swinging for the fences right now. There's no reason to swing for the fences until I start seeing some really big moves. You know, this is just for me the time to be a little bit more conservative, take the profits quickly, and grind on $1,000 to, you know, $1,500, $2,000 a day type of numbers until things start to open up a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to switch gears here. It's just about 11 a.m. I've got a one-on-one session with an Inner Circle student at 11, so I'm going to jump over to that, and I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Actually, for Warrior Pro students, we've got a Warrior Pro mentor session today at 3 p.m., but everyone else, I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow. All right, so I hope you guys have a good afternoon, and we'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.